Seeing none, we'll close that portion of the meeting. We have a presentation. Is Chief Cole here? We have a presentation by Chief Cole regarding the public safety communications system to give us an update on that.
Thank you,
Chief,
Mayor.
the floor is yours.
I'll be brief. I just wanted to come and address council and personally thank council and, of course, members of the Public Safety Radio Committee or Public Safety Committee and the fire departments for getting together and finally getting this radio project 95% completed. So, we talked about it numerous times over the years here. We needed to get our system updated. That was really a system that was initially built out in the 1980s, the early 1980s actually. Built again in the 88-ish, later 80s, and then kept up with what we could keep up with the FCC as they changed rules. So I wanted to explain that to council. We're going to have some pictures we'll show here in a second. Joe has them ready to fire them up about how the system looks, what it actually is doing for us, and it's save us a little bit of money, even though the bottom line of this system was it would cost close to $1.2 million, of which $300,000 of that was a grant from Senator or Representative Markozic's office, and I want to make sure we thank Representative Markozic for that grant. $200,000 of it is out of the Asset Seizure Fund, which is money that we get in law enforcement through seizures. Most of the time it's narcotics related, and then the rest obviously was taxpayer money that we got through the council here and funding it, I guess, if you want to call it a capital project. I have one of the radios here. What we did was we got up onto the UHF platform for the police department. The fire department's been there for many years. The UHF platform enables us to talk to any other police department with the exception of the state police in Allegheny County, and that's part of the mutual aid end of it. Joe, if you want to show some pictures, he's showing, well, the first picture he had up on there, if you go back one here, Joe, is the mobile radio that I have sitting here. Every officer was issued one, so they're using them. We found that we have 95% coverage throughout the municipality and in buildings, and this is without the 4 sites up and running. We currently have 3 sites up and running to transmit and retransmit this radio frequency or our radio channels. The 4 sites still being built out, but we were able to have 95% coverage everywhere in the municipality with a portable radio. In addition, this next radio is the in-car radio. There's a picture of that we call the mobile radio. Again, the same thing, has all the channels in it, the same as the portable. Next slide, Joe. That's a picture of our command unit. Our command unit that Fire Company 3 houses, but we have the capability of taking our dispatch center and moving it in remotely to a command unit in case something would happen to the building here. It's part of emergency management, so so that's part of just one of the consoles of the radios that we have. We actually have 2 parallel to that, so we can do 2 spots. Here's a picture of a portable charger, a mass charger for our portables. And give me another picture here. Now, that's a picture of our mobile unit outside the car. Give me another one here, Joe. And that's a picture of the dispatch console. One of the unique things about our dispatch is that we, as I said, have 4 sites. Well, we actually have 6 sites, but 4 sites that receive and transmit. We cut out all the phone lines that were going to those sites. So everything's tied together with microwaves. We kind of have our own microwave network in the municipality here. When you buy these microwaves, they come in 25 channel only. We're only using 4 or 5 channels, so we have growth capability where we can put more things over the microwave, and in the future, possibly putting video over that. So that's a 10-year plan down the road when video becomes more prevalent, especially in the police cars, because the future of the police cars, besides in-car cameras, is going to be body cameras. That's coming down the pipe here. So that helps us tie into that system. But every one of the sites that we previously had needed 2 phone lines attached to it, constantly attached to it. They call them trunk lines or dedicated lines, I guess is a better way to put it. And they were costing us around $200 a month per site. So they've all been eliminated and gone with the microwave system, and that's what you're seeing as one of the control for the frequencies that we have at dispatch. I think we have one more picture of dispatch too. That's just another picture of the control monitor that actually is the guts of the system. And these sites throughout the municipality, they also have a lot of infrastructure, if you want to call it, radio control heads and stuff like that are located at those sites to repeat our channel and make it easy to hear even when you're talking on a portable. So my real issue here was to say, hey, this project's finally getting done. It took a little longer than we wanted it to take. Wanted to make sure I thanked the Councilman Harvey and people on the Public Safety Committee, and certainly thank Representative Markozic certainly the municipal manager for helping us get the grant money, and the fire departments for all cooperating and putting this together. It actually really is a public safety radio system. And there's no doubt in my mind, the system that we replaced, it says really, the initial system was the late 70s, early 80s with the police department. The fire department's was 1988. So we kept these radios and portable radios and mobiles well over 20 years. That's how long it lasted. So
Doug, just to confirm, the old portables and radios we're going to pass on to Public Works, is that true?
some of the high band radios, we have two sets of old portable radios and mobile radios. The answer to your question is yes, because the back end of this is that the old high band radio system that we have for the police department, which was built out with more infrastructure than what Public Works has, is going to be swapped. We're not going to give up that high band radio channel. We're going to swap Public Works to it. Public Works is going to stay the same, but they'll have a transmitter at a different site, and they'll have more receive antennas throughout the municipality. So the answer to your question is yes, whatever radios we can, and then the other ones are going to be sold. We're going to actually have a buyer for them, to have a reseller for
So
them.
we'll have better communications with Public Works also.
Certainly, our dispatch center has total access to them, and we'll be able to talk to them through the dispatch center.
And I know
No
the
problem.
site that's still being built out is the mall. And if it's my understanding, the mall is giving us that space for free, so we have better communications down there. In return, we're letting their security use one of those 25
To tie it
blank.
all together, absolutely correct. Well, yeah, you absolutely got it right. We've had a cooperative with the mall and mall security. They're not going to be on our channel, but they'll be able to use their channel, which is in the same band, which we have in our radio. So we can switch and talk on their
So
radio.
they'll utilize our repeaters down there
repeaters,
on
absolutely.
their own channel.
And we'll have better coverage. That'll actually give us better coverage on the, I guess you want to call the western part of our town going toward Wilkins too. So that'll be a redundancy there. Kept that pretty quick.
Not bad, not bad.
Appreciate
Very
it.
good,
Appreciate
Chief.
your time,
Nice
and
work.
thanks to everybody that
Thanks,
supported
Doug.
this
Good
project.
job.
It was really, really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.